All right, everyone, welcome to ranking American state flags. I did do this video before, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I am redoing it. So I will be ranking all American state flags, which you can see on the screen now. And I have a little bit of information about all of them. Also, a lot of information in my last video was completely wrong, so I apologize. But yeah, so I have some information about the flags. All the information I'll be using in this video is from USA Today. So going in alphabetical order, we have the state flag of Alabama. So Alabama, the Alabama state flag is white with a red cross of St. Andrew. This design was adopted in 1895. The flag's design was inspired by the Confederate battle flag. I like this flag. It's simple, it's meaningful, and it's just so simple that it's like you can do too much with a flag, and as we get in, you will see that a lot of states did way too much with their flag. So Alabama gets an A for their rank. All right, Alaska. All right, so this flag was made by Benny Benson. He's got a really unique name. Anyways, the Alaskan state flag features 8 gold stars, which form the Big Dipper and Polaris, against a dark blue backdrop. The Polaris, or North Star, on the flag is the symbol of Alaska's northern location. The Big Dipper is a symbol of strength, while the blue background represents the night sky. Now, Benny, when he submitted this in 1959 for the flag, for the state flag contest that they were doing at the time, it was at a school, and his teacher gave him a B minus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I can definitely see it. I give this flag a B, just because I don't like how empty it is. It's just too empty for my liking, and it not being censored or not being centered kind of irks me. All right, now we got another great flag. This one is Arizona. The gold star on this state flag represents one of Arizona's 5 C's, copper. Wait, one of their 5 C's, copper. Okay. Arizona produces more copper than any other state in the nation. The 13 alternating gold and red stripes symbolize the sun. Blue and gold, which is featured on the flag, is also Arizona's state colors. All right, so Arizona has an awesome natural beauty to it, and I would really like to visit there one day. And this flag really shows that. This is a flag where you've added a whole bunch, but you made it work. You didn't go too crazy with it. It's a little more crazy than, I would have expected if someone told me they were going to take 5 colors and mash them into a flag, but it's a good flag. They get an A. All right, Arkansas or Arkansas. I say Arkansas. So Arkansas was the first state in the USA to produce diamonds, hence the large diamond in the center of its state flag, with 25 white stars to represent Arkansas being the 25th state to join the Union. The 3 blue stars under the state's name symbolize the 3 nations Arkansas was part of, officially becoming a state. Before officially becoming a state, sorry. Spain, so it was part of Spain, France, and the USA. That's what those 3 stars represent. The star above the word Arkansas represents the state's membership in the Confederacy. So technically 4. Okay, so Arkansas is the first state to commit the gravest sin of putting the name of what the flag is supposed to represent on the flag, in case you forgot where you were. So if they got rid of the text on the flag and maybe move those stars closer, just like, move that one that just move them closer to the center, just center those stars, it would be an A flag. But I don't know, it really bugs me when people put words on their flag, so you get a C, Arkansas. All right. So now to backtrack on what I originally said, California works. The text on their flag works. I don't know why. It just looks good. So anyways, here's what my information has to say. The California state flag adorns the state's official animal, the grizzly bear, which represents strength. The grizzly bear imagery was inspired by the 19th century painting by California artist Charles Nahal. Yeah. So anyways, there are no more grizzly bears in California. So this flag's a little outdated, but this is heavily based off of the flag they used when they were a country for like 10 days and then not. That bear is just a little too much. So is the grass, and then you got text. California, I'm gonna bump you up to a B, but it's like a B minus. It's almost a C. All right, then we got Colorado. All right. So the colors of Colorado state flag represent the environmental features of the state. The white symbolizes the snowy mountains, gold for the sunshine, and red for the state's soil, and blue for the sky. The C, I will give you one guess for what the C stands for. You should have enough time now. Stands for the state's name, Colorado. The combine, or the state's flower, and centennial. So the C stands for all of those things, but mainly Colorado. Colorado became a state in 1867 and the 100-year anniversary of American independence. Okay. So it joined the USA on the USA's 100th birthday, so that's pretty cool. Colorado, this looks like the flag for a hockey team. And technically, there is text on this flag, but they were clever and they've hidden it in the design. That is awesome. I really don't know what you could do to improve this flag. Not much. It's a pretty good flag. I'm gonna give it a B, just because I just see Pac-Man. That's all I see when I look at this flag. That, and I also see the Calgary Flames. All right, then we got Connecticut. Okay, so this is the first example of one of many we will see. That they have just taken the state seal and slapped it onto a solid colored background. And we are going to see a lot of this. So this is what I like to call a bedsheet flag. So anyways, the three grapevines on the Connecticut state flag are believed to represent the three settlements: Windsor, Westersfield, and Hartford, or the three colonies: Connecticut, Saybrook, and New Haven, which emerged together to form the state. The state motto, I'm going to try to pronounce this, but it's Latin. I don't speak Latin. Qui tran stulit sustinet. You guys can see it. Is displayed in a white ribbon. It translates to "He who transplants sustains." All right, so if a bedsheet flag comes up, it's automatically an F. This is the laziest thing you can do with a flag. So Connecticut is our first F. All right, Delaware. At least you put a diamond. So here's what USA Today has to say. Hey, that rhymed. December 7th, 1780. Okay, hold on. Before I get into that, do not put a date on your flag. There are a bunch of state flags that do this. December 7th, 1787, displayed at the bottom of Delaware's state flag, is the date Delaware became the first state of the Union. The coat of arms contains several state symbols. The ship represents the shipbuilding industry and the coastal trade. The militiamen symbolize the citizen soldier who helped maintain the American liberties. The water represents the Delaware River. Yeah, So you've slapped your seal onto the flag. You have text and you have a date. So, and this is the first state in the American Union, and this is their flag. Delaware gets another F. All right, so now we got the great state of Florida. All right, so Florida has taken Alabama's flag and just slapped their seal onto it. And again, there's text. Great seal of the state of California, or this great state of Florida. In God we trust. Okay, that's a cool seal, but it doesn't belong on a flag. There's just entirely too much going on, and you've put your name on the flag. Okay, so here's what my information has. The seal represents the state's environmental features such as sunshine, palmetto trees, lakes, and rivers. There is some controversy over the St. Andrew's Cross on the Florida state flag because of the Confederacy. In the late 1890s, Governor Francis P. Fleming said the Red Cross was added to reduce the older flag's appearance, which was simply white with the seal. He did this because it was too similar to a flag of surrender. However, some believe the addition was based on the Confederate battle flag. So you've slapped your seal on there, and there's text. So Florida, I'm gonna bump you up. I'm gonna bump you up to a C minus. Only because you didn't just slap your state onto a. You didn't make a bedsheet flag, is what I'm saying. All right, moving on to Georgia. The 13 white stars surrounding Georgia's coat of arms represent the state and the other 12 colonies which originally formed the U.S. The flag is reminiscent of the Confederate stars and bars, with the three broad red, white, and red stripes with the blue rectangular area. Okay, so basically Georgia has the Confederacy's flag. You take out their seal, which I will get to, and what you have is the flag of the Confederacy. So this flag will probably be changed at some point to something much better. Again, you have a seal with words: wisdom, justice, moderation, constitution, in God we trust. This, like, oh, first of all, the flag's not even original. It's not. It's a flag of a nation that died in like 5 years. So, you get an F, Georgia. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Moving on to Hawaii. All right. The 8 horizontal stripes on Hawaii's state flag represent the 8 major islands that make up the state. The corner on the flag includes the Union Jack of the United Kingdom, since the islands were once under Britain's control. Now, okay, I have something to say about that because I don't think that's correct. Hawaii officially has never been under UK occupation. It was never a colony. The only reason they have the Union Jack is because King Kamehameha liked how it looked, so he made the flag. And then later, when it became a state, they just moved it up to the corner there. But you know, I could be wrong on that, but I'm fairly certain that's, you know, that is true. Anyways, it is the only U.S. state flag to include a foreign country's national flag. Oh, it depends if you ask Georgia. Anyway, Hawaii, now again, it really only contains 3 colors, which is good. And it's a little hard to look at, and also I don't like that. Well, I guess it makes sense. It's just that, like, the bottom is red and then the top is white, and that's messing with me. You get a C plus, Hawaii. I'll give you a C plus. All right, Idaho, what are you doing? I want you guys to take a look at this and tell me if you're seeing the same shit I'm seeing. Does it say the state of Idaho twice? The Great Seal of Idaho, state of Idaho. The Great Seal of the state of Idaho, and then below that, state of Idaho. Idaho, you get an F. If I could do an F minus, which I don't think exists, I would, because you've put your name on the state flag twice, which is bad enough, and then you put your seal on there, F. Idaho, you get an F. I will read what this has to say. Idaho's seal in the state flag represent the state's main industries: mining, agriculture, and forestry. It is also features on the Idaho's geographic. It also features Idaho's geographic features, including mountains and lakes. Yeah, whoop-de frickin' do. Oh, come on. It just gets worse. All right, so Illinois, or Illinois. You got text on your flag. I can't tell where your state seal ends and the flag begins. Let's see what USA Today has to say about this. The Illinois flag includes parts of the state seal, such as a rock on a stretch of land with water and a rising sun behind it. The seal also includes a shield with the national stars and stripes in the claws of a bald eagle. The red ribbon has the state motto: state sovereignty. You guys can read it. State sovereignty and national union. The years. There are also dates on this flag. Oh, the years 1818 and 1868 represent Illinois when it became a state and the first use of the state seal, respectively. F, another bedsheet flag. Indiana got so close. So close. The torch on Indiana's state flag symbolizes liberty and enlightenment. The 13 stars on the outer circle represent the 13 original colonies. The 5 stars in the inner semicircle are for the following 5 states that joined the Union. The large state above the torch is the 19th on the flag and represent Indiana being the 19th state. All Indiana has to do is remove the words Indiana from their flag and it would be an A+ flag. However, I have to knock you down to a A- because it is really small and you could miss it. But if you remove that, it'd be an A+. A- because you don't need to do much to this flag to fix it. All right, Iowa. Iowa, what are you doing? What is this? You were making a flag, not an art project. And you've put your name on it. Each stripe color of the Iowa state flag has a meaning. The blue stripe stands for loyalty, justice, and the truth. The white stands for purity, while the red stands for courage. In the center is an eagle carries streamers with the state's motto: "Our liberties we prize, and our rights we will maintain." Cool motto, doesn't belong on a flag. Also, I believe this flag, because Iowa was part of New France, or the Louisiana Territory, and this is the French flag, modified, you know. Iowa, you get an F. You didn't put your state seal on it, but you might as well. You might as well have. Now we got Kansas. Okay, Kansas. Bedsheet flag. Bedsheet flag with its name on it. The sunflower is for Kansas state flower. The gold and blue bars underneath represent the Louisiana Purchase. So that little cord underneath the sunflower, of which Kansas was part of the Louisiana Purchase. The 34 stars in the seal represent Kansas being the 34th state to join the U.S. The seal tells the story of the state through imagery, including agriculture and American expansion. Yeah, that's cool. Don't care. Again, you weren't writing a book. You weren't making a piece of art. You were making a flag. You get an F. And we just continue with with Kentucky. The frontiersmen and the statesmen in the seal represent the people of Kentucky country and the city inhabitants of 1792 when the state joined the Union. The state's motto is also displayed: United we stand, divided we fall. This is another bedsheet flag, so it's an automatic F. Louisiana. Okay. Louisiana didn't put their whole state seal on the flag, and if you didn't know what the state seal was, you wouldn't think this is it. So, you know, that's okay, but you got this big Union justice confidence. All right. The Louisiana state flag features a pelican nurturing its young. Oh, nurturing. Oh my god. Nurturing its young by tearing at its own breast, symbolizing sacrifice, which is signified by 3 drops of blood. The ribbon underneath has the state motto: Union, Justice, and Confidence. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Because you actually changed from your seal, I will bump you up to a B minus. Not quite C, because it's not your whole seal, and if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know. So at least you could kind of hide it. All right, now we got the flag state of Maine. You basically did what was it? Delaware did. You basically did the same goddamn thing. So it's a bedsheet flag, so it's an automatic F, but here's the information. Maine's flag features the symbol of the state's nature, including a pine tree with white pine as Maine's state tree. The white pine tree state is Maine's nickname. The moose is Maine's state animal. The farmer represents the state's agricultural roots, while the sailor for the state's ties to the sea. Again, you don't need to go all out, and you put your name on the flag. Bad F. Now, okay, Maryland. Okay, people in Maryland, don't get mad at me. This is not a U.S. state flag. This is a medieval flag that you would see in medieval Europe. And we're going to get to that right here. The Maryland flag has the coat of arms of the Calvert and Crossland families. The gold and black coat of arms for Lord Baltimore and the Calverts, who founded Maryland. During the Civil War, the Calvert coat of arms represented the people of Maryland who wanted to remain in the Union, and the red and white are the Crosslands colors represented for those who had sympathies with the Confederacy. Now, people in Maryland, for some reason, absolutely love this flag, and I think the only reason for that is because it's unique. It is the only U.S. flag like this. But again, it's actually worse than a state seal because it's actually a family's coat of arms. So, but you know what? It doesn't have text. It doesn't say the name of the state. So you know what? I gotta give it a little credit. C+. All right, Maine. This flag is a little controversial because it's got the native standing in the center with a sword above its head. I believe Maine will be changing its flag in the near future. Oh, sorry. This is Massachusetts. I have a hard time saying the name of this state. I'm going to try to say it. Don't laugh at me. Massachusetts. The Massachusetts state flag has the state's coat of arms, including an indigenous man holding a bow and arrow. The arrow is pointed down, which symbolizes peace. The white star stands for Massachusetts being one of the original colonies. The ribbon has the state motto, which translates to, "By the sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty." Yeah. Again, another bedsheet flag. F. Michigan. Okay. Michigan. I don't mean to be that guy, but did you misspell circumstance? Does that say circumspice? Circumspice? All right. So this is another bedsheet flag. So it's already, you guys already know it's an F. The moose and elk represent Michigan, while the bald eagle symbolizes the United States. The Latin phrase "e pluribus unum" means "from many one," for the U.S. being one nation made up of many states. Tibor means "I will defend," which refers to the frontier position of Michigan. The flag also contains the state motto, which translates to, get this, "If you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you." That is talking about Michigan losing the northern peninsula to Minnesota. Oh, Michigan, you did too much. Your flag should not be a statement, a political statement. Okay. F. All right, so on to Minnesota. So Minnesota actually changed its flag this year. So on December 19th, the new state flag of Minnesota was approved. The new design was chosen from over 2,600 submissions from the public. Minnesota's new flag features an 8-pointed North Star in reference to the state's nickname, the North Star State. The star is set against a dark blue background with a shape similar to Minnesota. The flag started being used on May 11th, 2024, which is Minnesota Statehood Day. So their old state flag was a bedsheet flag, so this automatic improvement. I don't get what it means by "it looks like Minnesota." The dark blue part kinda looks like Minnesota. Is it Minnesota that has the peninsula? I think it is. I don't know. I'm not an American. But yeah, so this is a massive improvement over their old flag. It has very simple colors and very simple design, and I guess it means it's supposed to look like Minnesota, but I don't see it, and it's almost too simple. I give it a solid B. There could have been a little bit more done. This is a little too simple. And I believe Minnesota could have come with some better. Now a little personal story here. I did hear Joe Rogan say that this was like supposed to appease Somali immigrants because it looks like the Somali flag, which it doesn't. But that's not true. Joe Rogan is just trying to stir up things for views, so that's not true. But, it is a great improvement over their old flag. All right, so this is the flag of Mississippi. They also changed their flag recently. So the current Mississippi flag was adopted in 2021 after Mississippi residents voted to replace the 226-year-old flag, the 26-year-old Confederate-themed flag, which featured the Confederate battle symbol. So before it had the battle flag up in the corner. So this new flag features the white magnolia blossom, which is Mississippi's state flower. The 20 stars represent Mississippi's admission into the Union as the 20th state. So, this flag is pretty good, but I bet you guys can already see the big glaring problem. "In God we trust." Now, I know when they did the submissions for this flag, there were a few rules, and one of the rules was that the flag had to have "In God we trust" on it. I don't know why. Mississippi is one of those highly religious states. So I guess if they removed that "In God we trust," it would be an A tier flag. But because they do have it on there, it is. I give it a C plus, because again, it kind of works with the design, but still, it's still text, and I still cannot abide by that. All right, so this is the flag of Missouri. All right, so the colors of the Missouri flag have different meanings. The red stripe is for the valor, the white stripe is for purity, and the blue stripe is for justice, vigilance, and permanency. The center features Missouri's state seal encircled by 24 stars, representing Missouri being the 24th state to join the United States. Okay, so at least they didn't just slap it onto a solid color. But still, you've taken your state seal and you've slapped it on there. And you have words all over the seal, which... Come on, Missouri. You're better than that. So anyways, Missouri is getting a C-. The only reason it's not getting an F is because it's not a bedsheet flag. But it's damn close. Montana. Alright. Montana. You made a bedsheet flag, automatic F. You've put your state name, big bold letters right across the top. And your state seal with extra lettering in it. So let's see. The state seal of Montana's flag symbolizes Montana's history and environment. The pick, shovel, and plow represent the state's mining and farming history. A ribbon displays the state motto in Spanish, which translates to gold and silver. Alright, I don't know why it's in Spanish. I don't think the Spanish ever controlled Montana, so that's weird. But, you know, Montana, you do you, and roll with your F. Oh boy. The Great Seal of the State of Nebraska, March 1st, 1867. Equality before the law. Okay. Nebraska, automatic F. Nebraska state flag has its seal against a blue background. The seal features imagery that represents the agriculture. The train cars on the flag are meant to head towards the Rocky Mountains. The state's motto, equality before the law, is featured. Yeah, that's about all I would have to say about it. Nevada. Says Nevada and Battleborn. Nevada's flag features a silver star to symbolize the state's metal, silver, and the star is between branches of sagebush, the state's flower. The phrase Battleborn refers to Nevada joining the Union during the Civil War, which is kind of cool. But again, I don't need a history lesson from your flag. You know, I want to rank it higher, I really do, because it actually is a good flag. Even if you just took Nevada out and put Battleborn, even I'd be okay with that. But you put your state name on it. But I do like that it's not, like, you know, the main thing. I mean, it is, but it's not, like, in the center. I like that it's in the corner. So I'm going to give you a C. Nevada gets a C. Only because I like how the flag looks. New Hampshire, what are you doing? The stop New Hampshire. Look at that. They put seal and then like they have all these breaks up until New Hampshire, which doesn't have one of those dots, which annoys the hell out of me. And 1776. Alright, so what does this have to say? New Hampshire state flag features the state seal with a frigate ragleague, which is the boat, surrounded by laurel leaves. The 9 stars symbolize New Hampshire being the 9th state in the Union. Automatic F. It's a bedsheet flag. So this is the flag of New Jersey, and again, it is another bedsheet flag. The colors of the New Jersey state flag, buff and Jersey blue. Is buff a color? I've never heard of that. Represent those chosen by George Washington during the Revolutionary War for the state's military. The state seals featured in the center symbolizes the symbols represent agriculture and sovereignty. The horse head is for New Jersey's official state animal. A horse? Or just the head of the horse? I'm assuming it's a horse, and you chose a horse for your state animal? Okay. The women on the flag are Liberty and Ceres, the Roman goddesses of grain and the symbol of fruitfulness. Okay, putting Roman gods on your American flag is an odd choice. Cool choice, odd. Automatic F though, because it's a bedsheet flag. Um, really, New Jersey. I know we don't expect a lot from you, but you could have done better. All right, so this is the flag of New Mexico. Oh, okay, I really needed this after going through like what was that, 15 flags of nothing but state seals on a solid blue yellow, background. So this is the state flag of New Mexico, and that is the Star of Zia, I believe, in the middle. Let me read this here. The New Mexico state flag has a modern interpretation of the ancient Zia sun. Yep. Four is the sacred number of the Zia, representing the 4 points of the compass, the 4 seasons of the year, and the 4 periods of each day, and the 4 stages of life. That is awesome. The colors of the state flag are red and yellow, similar to the Spanish flag, as New Mexico was part of the Spanish Empire until the 19th century, until the Americans took it in the American Mexican War. Yeah, A plus. It's simple, it's meaningful, it's everything a flag should be. New Mexico, you have in my opinion one of the greatest, if not the greatest flag in the Union. And that didn't last long. All right, so New York. Now, the city of New York has a better flag than this. The New York state flag features its coat of arms. Lady Liberty and Justice support the shield. The Liberty's left foot stands on the crown to represent freedom from the British Empire. Justice is blindfolded, symbolizing the impartiality and fairness of this, and the state's motto displayed in Latin, which means ever upward. F. It's another bedsheet flag. I told you there was a lot of these. North Carolina, you can't do this to me, North Carolina. You can't put 2 separate full dates on your flag and not expect me to give you an F. And you were so close, but you also put NC. Like your state's a company or something, and you just did the initials. All right. The date May 20th, 1775 refers to the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. The second date, April 12th, 1776, commemorates the Halifax Resolves, which was one of the first official calls for independence from the British Empire during the American Revolution. You get an F, North Carolina, because you put 2 separate full dates on your flag. And you can't trick me with the NC. You can't do it. You can't do it. Also, if you removed all the stuff that makes your flag an F, you have the flag of Texas with a small little star. North Carolina needs to change its flag. North Dakota. You slapped. You know what? Is that your state seal in the middle there? Olive branch on North Dakota's state flag symbolizes peace. Ribbon features the state motto in Latin, which translates to "out of many, one," in reference to the U.S. A shield with 13 stripes represents the original 13 colonies. The state flag conforms to the color, design, and size of the regimental flag used by North Dakota infantry in the Spanish-American War in 1898. North Dakota, I don't know if that's your state seal. I don't believe it is, because it says something about the North Dakota infantry, which this would be an okay battle flag, I guess. But you can't sneak it by me. This is a bedsheet flag, making North Dakota have an F. All right, Ohio. Okay, this is one of the most unique flags in not only the United States but also the world, as it is not rectangular. All that black you see around, I added that in. The state's flag looks like this, but like the black is not part of the flag. That's just the background. All right, so Ohio also kind of did what Colorado did with that O in the middle. Technically, that's text on the flag, but you've incorporated it into the design. So I didn't. The Ohio state flag is the only non-rectangular state flag. Its unique swallowtail design was by John Easman. The blue rectangle represents the state's hills and valleys. The red and white stripes symbolize the roads and waterways of the state. The 13 stars around the circle represent the original colonies, and 4 at the apex of the triangle, bringing the total to 17, representing Ohio as the 17th state to join the Union. Ohio. Now, I'm not really a big fan of non-rectangular flags personally, but I know this is a very popular flag amongst the vexillological community. So, you know what? I'm willing to overlook my personal bias for this one, and I'm going to give this one an A- only because the stars, I don't like how the stars are. But, you know, it's a good flag, and I hope it never changes. Oklahoma. You made a bedsheet flag. F. The blue background on Oklahoma's state flag symbolizes devotion and loyalty to the traditional Osage buffalo skin shield, represented defensive and protective warfare. The olive branch stands for the settlers, and the peace pipe for the indigenous people appear at the top of the shield. Yeah, okay. Again, didn't need a history lesson from your flag. Really, all you have to do is remove Oklahoma, and it would be 10 times better. But you didn't. Okay, so the state of Oregon. Now, the state of Oregon actually has a reverse of a better flag than the state of Oregon with a date on it and the word the Union. Oregon's state flag is the only state flag to have a different design on each side. Navy and gold are the Oregon state colors. The front of the flag features the state seal. The year 1859 represents when Oregon was admitted to the Union. The 33 stars signify Oregon being the 33rd state. The back of the flag has a beaver, which is the official state animal. So this side is a bedsheet flag, so it gets an F. However, this is the reverse of the Oregon flag, and it's so much better than this. So this gets an F, this gets a C+. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's flag features its coat of arms, which represent commerce and agriculture. The 2 horses symbolize strength. The state motto, liberty, virtue, independence, is on a red ribbon at the bottom. Now the bedsheet, this is an F flag. Even though those horses, I do like how they look. They're very cool, but still. It's a bedsheet flag. Alright, so this is the state flag of Rhode Island. The 13 stars on Rhode Island's flag represent the 13 original colonies, and Rhode Island being the 13th state to enter the Union. The gold anchor and blue ribbon with the state motto, Hope, are featured in the center. All you have to do is remove the word hope. A-, because that's all you have to do, and this would be a perfect flag. South Carolina. Okay, South Carolina, your northern counterpart has a much worse flag. South Carolina's state flag is based on the blue uniforms and white crescent badges worn by troops during the Revolutionary War. The flag also features the state tree, the Palmetto. Yeah. Okay, so I've also heard that the state that like the tree, the palm tree there is also there because palm trees shielded Confederate soldiers from cannon fire. These trees did, and that's why they put them on their flag. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just something I've heard. That tree is a little too much, kind of like California and kind of like Florida. Got a little too much going on, but it's not bad. Simplify the tree a little bit, it'd be a perfect flag. I give it an A because not much has to be done, almost nothing. All right, just when I think Dakota couldn't, one of the Dakotas could have a good flag, um, South Dakota comes over and says, "That's where you're wrong, kiddo." So, the Great Seal State of South Dakota. And in case you didn't get it the first time, South Dakota again. The Mount Rushmore state. I find that fucking hilarious. Because there's nothing else going on in South Dakota except Mount Rushmore. You got a date on your flag, automatic F, and it's another bedsheet flag. South Dakota's flag features its state seal, which symbolizes the state's commerce, agriculture, industry, and natural resources. The state motto, "Under God the people rule," appears on a ribbon. The year 1889 stands for when South Dakota officially became a state. Oh, South Dakota. You know what you could do? You know what you could do that would be 100 times better is put Mount Rushmore on your flag instead of your state, instead of your seal. Oh, I'm getting real tired of saying the same thing over and over again. Tennessee, okay. Now we're back to a, not a bedsheet flag. The stars on Tennessee's flag represent the state's grand divisions, East, Middle, and West Tennessee, which are all placed in the circle to symbolize unity. That blue bar on the side, I think, is there just to even out the red. But why not just center the stars more? Okay. Anyways, Tennessee, you get a B. You would be like an A if you got rid of that blue bar, or that blue and white bar, but you get a B. That's a good ranking for this flag. It's simple, it's nice, it's not overly complicated. All right, Texas, A plus, my dude. Perfect flag. Kind of looks like Chile, but the Texas flag has been the same since 1839. When the state was a republic. From when the state was an independent nation, the single white star gives rise to Texas's nickname, the Lone Star State. The red, white, and blue on the state represent bravery, purity, and loyalty, respectively. I'm reading this too fast. This is a great flag. It's meaningful, it's simple, and it's not too crazy. That is an A plus flag, Texas. Utah. Okay, Utah also changed their state flag. They had a bedsheet flag, but they changed it, and it's a million times better. So the state's new flag was adopted as of March 9th, 2024. After Utah legislature approved the bill for the governor's signature, the beehive flag is blue for the state's lakes and skies, red for the state's red rocks, and white for its snowy mountain peaks. The beehive stands for Utah's history and community. The hexagon surrounding it represents strength and unity. The white star symbolizes hope and the white star symbolizes hope and 1896, the year of Utah's statehood. Okay. But see? Look, so the white star represents hope and 1896. They didn't have to put 1896 on their flag. Take notes, all the flags with dates on your flags. So Utah, good thing you changed your flag because this is actually great. So Utah, you get a. It's a little too much, but I like it oddly enough. It's not terribly too much, I should say. So you know what? You get a B plus. Okay, so Vermont. Are you trying to piss me off? Is that what's going on here? Because every time I get a flag like this, I get another flag. I get another 3 flags like this. So Vermont is got the thing here. The coat of arms on Vermont's flag represents the state's agriculture. The 2 pine needle branches symbolize those worn by soldiers of Vermont during the Battle of Plattsburgh during the War of 1812. The deer head signifies the state's wildlife. The state motto, Freedom, Unity, is also featured. F. Virginia, you get an F, although I do like what your flag's all about. So Virginia's flag features its official state seal, which the seal depicts the goddess Virtuous, who represents Virginia. She's standing over a defeated tyrant. The state motto, shown in Latin, which means thus always to tyrants. So in Latin, that's Sic Semper Tyrannis. Yeah. Virginia, I really do want to rate your flag higher, but I can't. You made a bedsheet flag, and that's an automatic F. The state of Washington. Okay, so Washington's flag is the only flag to display an actual person, George Washington. Additionally, the Washington is the only state that has a green background. Ooh. Okay, so you got your seal. You got the seal of the state of Washington, 1889. I really hate that the state of Washington, which has so much going for it and so much like beauty and nature, has a flag like this. And you can't get around the fact that it is another bedsheet flag. It's just green. So F, which really sucks. Alright, so then we got... Okay. Both Virginias need to change their flags. The West Virginia flag has its state motto in Latin, which translates to mountaineers are always free. There's a wreath of rhododendron, which is the state flower, featured June 20th, 1863, represents when West Virginia became a state. So you kind of did what Illinois did and put a date on a stone, which I guess is something people do. F. Because you got your state seal and you got the state of West Virginia plastered on your flag with a date. Now you might notice it's in a border, but you can't distract me with that border. You made a bedsheet flag. F. Wisconsin. So, Wisconsin's flag features the state seal. The sailor and miner symbolize the workers of the state. The tools signify important trade, agriculture, mining, manufacturing, and navigation. The badger, Wisconsin state animal. You know what? It might be Wisconsin that has the Upper Peninsula. I'm just thinking about. The badger, their state animal, is also shown. The year 1848 refers to when Wisconsin joined the Union. State's motto, "Forward," is displayed. How many times have I said something similar with just different state names? F. Alright, this is the last flag we are doing. And all I have to say is, Wyoming, you got so close. Just like Indiana, you got so close. Why? Why, for the sake of all that is good in the world, did you put your state seal on the bison in the middle of your otherwise great flag? On Wyoming's flag is a bison, which is the state's official animal. The red border symbolizes the indigenous people who first live in the region. It also symbolizes the blood of those there. White represents purity, while blue stands for the state sky, and mountains signify fidelity, justice, and fertility. Okay. All this flag has to do is remove the state seal off the bison. And it's perfect. So, I really want to give this flag an A+, but I can't. I have to deduce point. I have to take points off because you have this crap going on. So unfortunately, Wyoming, the last flag we were ranking for today, you get a I'll give you a B plus, because not only because your state seal is on there, but also it's the fact that no one, when you were making your state flag, went, you know what? I think we don't need the seal. How about we just put the bison on there? Anyways, that is it for ranking American state flags. I hope you guys enjoyed this revamped video where I turned the music down, and I also got the correct information and did my due diligence. I do apologize for that first video. That was very uncool of me to just kind of make stuff up, and I will not be doing that in the future. You know, if I'm wrong, I will always call myself out for it. Someone did leave a comment and mentioned a whole bunch of things, and yeah, so I'm really grateful for that comment, because it really showed me that there was more than just this. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other channels, Red Leaf Gaming and Red Leaf Sunset, and I will see you guys in the next one.